remote learning experiment, if you will. This is World History. I'm Ms. Solup, as you know, or I hope you know. Do you guys all know that? Just kidding. All right, we have a quote today. Anybody want to read this quote for us? I know Jada is usually our quote reader. Jada, do you feel up to reading this quote today? Is it, do you want to read our quote for the day? Hold on, your audio is a little funky.
Yeah, sure. Read it over?
Yeah, can you read over just because the audio was really funky on that? Can you read it again, Jada? Sorry, it just was super funky.
Never stop growing forward when we stop learning. We stop growing.
All right, thank you, Jada. Sorry about the weird audio issues. I'm still having a little bit of trouble. Just the audio playback is super weird. But I'll just read it for us. It says, "Never stop learning, for when we stop learning, we stop growing." Right, and we always want to be learning so that we can grow our brain. Right, maybe super smart. Is everyone hearing me loud and clear? Give me a thumbs up or a head shake. Good, good, good. Good. All right, awesome. All right, so we did our quote. Now we're going to do our check-in. We're going to review the homework and then finally finish our colonialism packet. So I'm going to check in with everyone. 3 questions. How are you doing? Do you need anything? And what is one thing that you're looking forward to this week? All right, I'm going to start with Liana. So Liana, first, how are you doing?
Good.
Do you need anything?
Nope.
And what is one thing you're looking forward to this week?
To go outside.
Go outside. Again. Awesome. Love it. All right. Zayden, how are you doing?
I'm actually doing good so far.
Doing good. That's awesome. Is there anything that you need? Do you need anything?
Except I will still let you know.
Okay. And what is one thing you're looking forward to this week?
Actually, I don't know. I actually don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Okay. Well, you keep me updated, all right? You let me know.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right, Eileen, we're on to you. How are you doing?
Good.
Good? Okay. Do you need anything?
One question.
Sure.
My mom emailed Miss Connie, the reading teacher, and she said that she's gonna meet me today, but I didn't see her email this morning. Today. Mm-hmm. But she said after math. She said math. She said reading after math. No, she said reading first and then math. And I said, Mommy, she didn't email me yesterday, so I don't know what's going on. Did she answer the email, or did she answer the text?
She did answer my email. She said that she couldn't get in touch with your mom, so she gave her a few options of like times to meet. And so she was just waiting to hear back from your mom. But if your mom emailed her back, then just wait for a message again from her. Okay? All right. And what is one thing, Eileen, that you were looking forward to this week?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Jada, on to you. How are you doing? Do you need anything? And what's one thing you're looking forward to?
I'm doing good.
All right. Do you need anything?
I'm doing good. I don't really need anything, and I'm looking forward to sleep.
You're looking forward to sleep? I feel ya. All right. Cool. All right. Moving on to Nash. Nash, how are you doing?
Good.
Do you need anything?
No.
Yeah.
What is one thing you're looking forward to?
I don't know.
Just anything. Just can be a small thing, big thing, anything that's going on in your life.
Go out.
You're gonna go out?
I want to go out, but we can't.
Right. You could go take a walk, right? Maybe go take a walk. I mean, that would be good. I think Miss Perez is planning on taking a walk this week too, so that would be good. Get some fresh air. Awesome. Okay, now we're on to Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Vic, how are you?
Good.
Yeah. Do you need anything?
No.
No. And what's one thing you're looking forward to this week?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
All right, great. So we got through everyone. I have my little screen with all y'all up here. All right, next we're gonna go into reviewing our homework. So I'm gonna jump over to our Edu Elastic. We're gonna go back. Go to assessments. Why can't I see? There we go. All right. So I'm gonna preview this, and we're gonna go through it. All right. Okay. So these are our 3 homework questions. Let's start it off with this true or false, right? British ruled India and Burma as a unified territory for 100 years. Is this true or false? Raise your hand when you know. All right. Zayden.
It is false.
Ooh, can you tell me why it's false?
While like while looking at the while looking back at the passage, I did notice that while looking back, I noticed that for 90 years the British ruled India and Burma as a
Exactly. So
unified
it was.
territory.
So it was not for 100 years. It was for 90 years. So we should have picked false for that. Thank you so much, Zayden. All right. Let me go to Victor for this one. Victor, how many provinces were there in British ruled India?
Can I get my reading out?
Of course. Yeah, no, you guys should have your readings out.
The 8 these provinces were, oh, it was divided into 8 provinces each with the governor. These provinces were Burma, Bengal, Madras, Bombay, UP, Central Provinces, Punjab, and Assam.
Very good. Nice. Love
I
it.
think I did that on my homework. I
Mhm.
think,
Yep. So that was homework for us to do. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Now next, what were some of the harmful consequences of the British taking over? And for this one, I'm gonna go to Nash. Nash, what did you say for this?
I don't know what it said.
For number 3?
Yeah.
You want to read that?
The way they conquered India was often divided and ruled.
Sorry, say it again.
The way they conquered India was often divided and ruled.
They often conquered. The way they conquered was often divide and rule. Good. You could have also touched on, or did anyone else? Did anyone include anything else in their response for question number 3? Oh, Zayden, I see you very tentatively raising your hand at the bottom of the screen. Yes, you. What else did you include for number 3? Or do you want me to bring up what you submitted? You can read that out.
It does say the harmful consequences of the British taking over were torturing many Indians, and also were taking valuables. It was from from I think it was from the
Mm-hmm. You're finding it in the
yeah.
text.
Yep.
All right, good.
I think there might have been something I would have also I think there might have been something that I missed, and I think it also might have been the punishment for the punishment for not being able to pay taxes.
Not being able to pay taxes, right? Often the British would impose these super expensive taxes that the Indians weren't able to pay. They didn't have any money, so then they would be thrown in jail, right? Which was really, really terrible.
And or
They couldn't
publicly
afford it.
beaten.
And sometimes they would be beaten, right? Especially if they were political, right? If they were activists, right? And if they said that they didn't like the British government, right? Bad things sometimes would happen to them and their families, right? So it's just like not good. Okay, great. So that was our history homework. Now we're going to transition looking at the rest of the questions on the colonialism packet. All right, so when we stopped off, we were at about question, I think, number 11. So why did some people die during the famines and the floods? Right, and we have 4 possible answers there. We have they didn't have any food, all of the land was underwater, the government didn't help them, or that they didn't deserve help. So let's go back up into our reading. Oh, no, actually, our reading is on a separate. Go back down. And then our reading is actually on a separate doc. I don't know why I did that. I'm crazy. All right, so the answer to this question is towards the bottom of the page. After the provinces. And we see right here, right? We find the answer to our question. Can I have a volunteer to read that for us? Vic, can you read that for me?
Yeah. During famines and floods, many people died because the government did not help enough.
Okay, good. Right, so if we switch back to our packets, right, we can see that the correct answer would be C, right? Because that's what it says. Oh, sorry, you actually can't see that. All right, and then we're on to, so if we get that down, we're on to question number 12, which says, what were some of the good things that the British did? Now we're gonna hop back over to our reading. And this whole paragraph is about some of the good things that the people from Britain did. Does someone want to read this for me, or I can read it? Not a problem. All right, I'll read. So it says the British also did good things. They built railroads, telegraphs, telephones, and improved trade, standardized laws, and water supplies. Many of these things were done to help improve commerce in India and the taxes provided to England. They created the Indian Civil Service for administering rules and regulations. They also tried to eliminate practices such as burning widows. Right? So if we'd written any of these things, we can write any of these things down in this paragraph. So let's do that now if you don't have an answer for number 12.
So I think I have an answer, number 12.
All right, can you read it for me, bud?
The British built railroads, telegraphs and railroads, telegraphs and telephones, and improved trade, stand.
Okay, yeah. Vic, that sounds good.
Do I have to do a edit? Do I have to do it on Google? Cause I already. I don't have to. Do I have to do it on Google Docs? Cause I don't know.
No, not for this one, bud. Because that should already you already finished that. So that should be off that.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe you guys a few more minutes to copy this down, then we're going to transition it into ELA. We still copying that down? All right, let's spend another minute doing that, and then we're gonna move on. All right, guys, another 30 seconds just before we have to change gears. Give me a thumbs up when you're done writing. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Jada, you already got this down? Jada, you got this down?
Huh?
You got this down?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So you guys have that on your own papers. You can finish that up if you need to. All right, great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to transition over to ELA. Go to view, present, and here we are. All right, guys, welcome to Foundations of ELA. I'm Miss Solup, and here are two quotes for today. The first one is, change is the end result of all true learning. And that's by Leo Buscaglia, right? And essentially what he's saying is at the end of your learning, right, the end result should be that you have made a change, right? You can either change the way that you think about things, right? You change your opinions, change your viewpoints, and someone making change, right, or being, you know, the driving force behind a change is the end result of all true learning. And then our second quote for today is that the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you, right? And again, as we kind of persist through this remote learning situation that we're currently in, I think this is the most important thing, right? We're still showing up every day. We're still learning, right? And no one can take that experience away from you guys. And that's why we're doing this. We're showing up. We're doing putting in the work, and we're doing all the things that we need to do. So yeah, I'm just, I hope you guys like these little quotes that I'm throwing in. I find that it's helpful for me when I'm thinking about the day and how I want it to go. To think just about little things that are like and little inspiring and stuff like that. You know, so I hope it's helpful for you guys. You guys can let me know if not. All right, so our agenda for today. We got our quotes. We got our agenda. We got our check-in. Reviewing homework. Finishing Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 3. Okay? So I know we just checked in our other class. Let's just do a quick spot check. Liana, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Okay. Zayden.
Good.
Good. All right. Nash.
Good.
Good. Victor.
Good.
Good. Okay. Eileen. Good. Jada. How you doing? You good? Good. All right, good. Goods all around. We're good. All right, guys, next, we're reviewing our homework. So let's pull that up. It was not on Edulastic, as we've been typically doing. It was on the Google Classroom. Did anyone have trouble with this? Okay. What am I doing? Where are we going? I'm trying to go here. No, that's not what I'm doing. Okay. Sometimes trying to navigate things isn't super easy. All right, we're gonna go into our ELA homework that was due. And we're gonna take a look at Jada's, if that's okay. Jada, is that okay with you if we look at yours? It's fine?
That's fine.
That's fine, okay. So it looks like I only got 3 of our ELA homeworks, but we're gonna take a look at Jada's. So you guys can bring yours up if you did not turn it in. So we had a short summary and then 3 questions that were asked. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the summary real quick, and then we can answer the questions. So this is the end part of Act 1, Scene 3, I believe. And so Cicero leaves and Cassius enters. Cassius starts talking to Casca about Caesar. The two think that he will be made king soon and do not like it. They, along with another man named Cinna, agree that it would be better to be dead than to live under Caesar as the king. They basically agree to kill Caesar at this point. However, Cassius says that it's important that they convince Brutus to help them. He believes this is because he knows the people of Rome love Brutus, and Brutus will be able to convince the people of Rome that killing Caesar is the best thing for Rome. Right, so that was the passage we were given, and then we have 3 questions that go along with that. And our first question is, what are the conspirators worried about? What are the conspirators worried about? And so Jada said they're afraid that Caesar will be king and Brutus will not get attention from Rome. Yeah, this is pretty good. Does anybody have anything to add to this? I'm getting some head shakes. Anybody have anything to add to this answer? No. I agree. I think this is a pretty good answer. I think if I were to add anything, it would be that they need to convince Brutus, right, because people trust him, right? And so they're worried about they're also worried about not being able to convince Brutus to help them. All right, number 2. What are the conspirators planning to do? Vic, what did you put down for number 2?
Can I go to my Google Doc?
Sure.
Okay.
And so anyone that didn't submit yours, you can have yours up right now and copying down these answers. So that's Eileen, Liana, and Nash. I didn't get those from you guys. It doesn't look like you turned them in yet. So if not, you can be writing down these answers as we go along.
Okay, what I had is For number one,
Mm-hmm.
the conspirators worried about? The conspirators were worried because they thought that Julius Caesar would be made king and they did not like it.
Exactly. Yep. So that's what we'd already said for number one. What about number two then?
What are the conspirators planning to do? They basically agreed to kill Caesar at this point.
They basically agreed to kill Caesar, right? And Jada said kill Caesar with Brutus's help, which are both correct answers. So let's give some snaps to our people there. And then we have number three. Sorry. Was that just me? Was that my own feedback? Why does Cassius feel they need Brutus to be part of their plan? Jada, you said they trust Brutus. Can you add on to that at all?
They don't trust Brutus.
They do trust Brutus.
because
Yep. So, but why do they need Brutus to be part of the plan? Let's look back in the passage.
they trust Brutus because they didn't want Caesar to be king. They wanted neither to.
Sorry, it's still hard to hear you. Jada, could you maybe just put it in the chat and then I can read what you say? I'm so sorry, sweetie. I don't know why the audio is so funky today. Okay, Jada posted something. Okay, absolutely, Jada. So the people of Rome trust Brutus and not Caesar. That is perfect. Okay. So that was the homework. So guys, if you didn't turn in the homework yet, please do so by the end of the day, and you can work on it in office hours today if you need to. And yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so people of Rome trust Brutus, not Caesar. The people of Rome do love Caesar and do love Brutus, but they trust Brutus more, right? All right, cool. Let's go back to our presentation. Where are we? Okay. Cool. So we reviewed our homework. Now we have Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 3. That was pretty much, I think, the end. I found this cool comic, though, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So this website is called goodticklebrain.com. And I just found that they have these like little comic strips that are like super helpful as far as understanding like kind of the plot and what's going on in each scene. So we have this first panel over here, right? And the guy with the shaggy hair that's Casca and the guy with the dark hair is Cicero, I believe. Cassius, sorry. So this is Casca, this is Cassius, right? And Cassius is saying, don't you see, Casca? This isn't just a regular port-and-laden storm. It's a warning. And I could name you a man who is like this storm, unnaturally powerful, destructive, a threat to personal liberties. And then Casca says, hey, you're talking about Caesar, aren't you? Right? Cassius says, Caesar? Did I say Caesar? I never said Caesar. Caesar who? Right? And then Casca says, you're talking about Caesar. And then Cassius says, I'm talking about Caesar. Right? And then Casca goes, I've heard that some senators plan to make Caesar a king tomorrow. Cassius says, over my dead body. Right? And then Cassius says, well, over someone's dead body anyways. Casca, can I trust you? And Casca says, of course, Cassius. And then he goes, I've spoken with other noble Romans, and they've agreed to join me in a dangerous but honorable enterprise. Right? That's from our reading of our summary, right? This dangerous enterprise, right? Or their plot. In fact, they're waiting for me right now at, shh, someone's coming, says Casca. Cassius says, it's okay, it's Cinna, he's with us. And Cinna says, Cassius, is that you? Cassius says, yes, I'm on my way to meet everyone. Casca is joining us. And then Cinna says, if only you could get Brutus to join us too. And Casca says, yes, the people love Brutus so much that they will support whatever he does, right? Cassius says, I am way ahead of you here. Here are these anonymous letters I've written, urging Brutus to take action. Place them where he's sure to find them. And then Cassius goes, I know he's already partially convinced. Tonight, we'll visit him and make up the rest of his mind for him, right? So I just thought this particular comic was interesting. I felt like it really was clear. It really helped me understand kind of who was involved and what's going on. So I hope it was helpful for you guys. Do you guys find this helpful? Just give me a quick thumbs up or thumbs down. Sorry. Okay. I got thumbs up. I got 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up, 5 thumbs up. Okay, perfect. All right. So to pull up, excuse me. We'll pull up our reading. And so these were our questions for homework. And then we move on to some analysis. All right. So I'll give you guys 30 seconds to all get on the same page. We are on, I believe it's page 8 of our packet.
What's up?
Yep.
Can I go fix my brother and sister's situation? My mom just called me telling me to wake him up.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna start us off. So we've already kind of talked about this a little bit, but the stormy weather and the bad omens signify to the conspirators that something is about to happen in Rome. Now I know we've been talking about this. Here, I gotta move oh, there we go. Okay, that's perfect. Maybe I'll move it towards the bottom. Awesome. Sorry, I'm moving my video feed with all of you guys. So, okay. So the stormy weather and the bad omens signify to the conspirators that something bad is going to happen in Rome. Now, we already kind of know that, right, from what we've talked about. But still, it's good to mark it down. So something bad is going to happen in Rome. Now we know that this bad thing is probably going to be that Caesar is killed, right? So they assume that this bad thing is that Caesar will become king. That should be underlined. It should also signify to us that something bad is going to happen in the story. Shakespeare uses this scene to create an unsettling mood, which hints to us that something bad is going to happen in this story. Right, so Shakespeare, who's the writer of this play, is intentionally trying to make you feel a certain way when you read this, right? And he wants you to feel unsettled when you read this part, to maybe feel like, oh, there is something bad that's going to happen, right? But we just don't know what that is yet. Meanwhile, Cassius continues to stir up trouble by declaring his hatred for Caesar and convinces the other conspirators to get on board. He also shows his great planning skills. He tells the conspirators that they need to get Brutus to agree to help them. He knows that when the time comes, they will need Brutus to convince the crowd. Right, so Cassius is saying that he hates Caesar, right? He also is saying that they need to get Brutus to agree to help them. Those are the two important things that I would have underlined in there. We also have some textual evidence. So it is important to use evidence from this text to support the claims that you make, right? Using the graphic organizer below, find a quote from this scene to support the claim that Cassius is a villain who hates Caesar and has bad intentions. So you have this graphic organizer, right? And so basically it wants you to find something from this summary that shows that Cassius is a bad person, right? So let's see. So Cassius isn't there yet. So we're gonna look in this summary. We're gonna find our quote. Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys about 3 minutes to do that. Reread this summary and pick a quote that you think shows that Cassius is a villain, right? That he's a bad person. And just as an update, we have about 8 minutes left in class. Just wanted to let y'all know.
Solup.
Yes, sweetie.
Can I read to you what I wrote?
Of course, honey.
When the conspiracies were worried about.
Well, we're not actually
Well, you already read that to me, remember?
Oh yeah.
Do you have anything down? So Vic, if
Mhm.
you look in this graphic organizer over here, do you have any quotes written down here?
No.
Okay, so right now we're going back in this summary, and we're gonna find a place where we see that Cassius is a villain.
Okay.
Okay, that he's a bad person. We're finding a quote that shows that Cassius is a bad person. And just give me a I found something or a thumbs up in the chat once you find it.
Okay.
And you can write it in that box.
Right. What?
So you're going to find a quote in here, right? And then on the next page, you're going to write it in this box. Okay?
If we find the quote on the summary.
Yep, find the quote in the summary continued, right, from our homework. And then you're going to write it in this box on the next page.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone understand what we're doing?
What are we doing?
So you're looking in this passage, and you're going to find me a quote that shows that Cassius is a villain. Okay? That he's a bad person. All right, so once you found your quote, you're going to say, I found it in the chat, right? And you're going to write it on your second page, right at the bottom. Okay? Oh, that's cool. So do you guys see this QR code at the top over here? So you can actually scan that QR code and it will read it to you.
Summary.
That's so cool.
The weather is stormy on the streets.
That is so dope. Sorry. So if you guys wanted to just listen to this, you could scan this QR code with a QR code reader and it would read it to you, which is super awesome. Oh, where'd Jada go? Okay. All right, so guys, when you finish that, write your quote down in this bottom place here, and that's going to be it for ELA class. All right, I will see you guys in office hours, all right? So I'm gonna end this stream.
So I didn't find a quote yet.
Okay, so we'll do it in office hours, sweetie.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna end the meeting. I'll see you guys all in office hours.